All right, and we are live. Now that I got audio confirmation that we're in, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Air Racing League Championship race coming to you from Las Vegas. A star-studded field here tonight as we go to the point standing so we can announce the Final Four. And the standings ain't there. There it is. It is Private Patton, 19mm Tristan Dobbs, and J.E. Racing, your four drivers fighting for a title. And with me in the booth, if he's here, I got the first man knocked out, finishing 5th in the overall point standings of JRC Indy.
What's going on, guys?
And he will be alongside me, giving the color commentary to what is hopefully going to be an action-packed race. I believe we got 9 cars in the field. Yes, 9 cars in the field. And it looks like 19mm will start on the pole. Mikey Danman starting shotgun on the front row. And J.E. Racing starting in the 5th position, and Private Patton missed out on qualifying and has a hill to climb starting in 8th. That is where your Final Four shall start. Oh, and it looks like the clock has started. 30 seconds here until race time. The good lucks are being given out. I'm going to hit the invite here once the clock strikes 0. Indy, are you all set?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good.
Well, yeah, I know, but are you on a stream?
I'm going to watch your stream. I'm going to keep it there. I don't have anybody else's, but I'll be pretty sure I'll be good.
All right, well, now you got me worried, so hold on. Can't leave you hanging. Just so that way you can get a lap count. Nope. There you are. There you go. There's Dan's stream.
Well, thank you, sir.
And here you go. You get the full rundown of the championship race from 9th on up. Get the positions in your brain, and we'll get this one rolling. And drivers lining up to take the green. Green flag is out on the stream. 19mm. Diving all the way to the infield grass. Trying to clear the 32 of Mikey Danman. And he will now back on the back straight away. Mikey Danman falls to 3rd, involved 10ths in the 88 up to 2nd. J.E. Racing, in the 8 up to P4. The driver everybody's going to have their eyes on is the number 9, up 3 positions already in 1 lap. Has Mudweiser to his outside going through turn 1.
Yeah, we're going to look for that number 47 car to try to pull away as much as possible before that 9 car gets up front. The 9 car all year was the car to beat, but the 47 was right there with him for most of the races. So right now I kind of expect that 47 to try to gain as much knowledge and as much track position as possible, even when he's in first on that 9 car.
Yeah, because track position he has, but look at what the 9 has to get through, and behind him, oh, car in the wall! That was the 50 of Yokeman into the outside wall. The 9 now up to third. Has the 88 of Involved Tense just ahead. He's got the 8 of JE to his outside. Now, Indy, you're well versed at this track. What is it about this track? Like, are there multiple lines you can run? Like, does the high side work as well as the inside?
It kind of depends on the tire life, really. Once you get later in the run, it gets kind of iffy. Your right rear likes to fall off really quick on this racetrack if you don't take care of it. So you're going to start seeing cars slide a lot out of turn 2 mostly. And I think whoever ends up taking care of the tires the best will end up finishing the best in this race.
Well, I know the 9 has definitely been moving up through the field, and just like that, the 2 best drivers are P1 and P2 in the 47 of 19mm and the 9 of Private Patton, side by side for third. Huh?
Don't sleep on that 5. That 5 is coming.
That is true. Tristan Dobbs in the 5 car. And Dobbs was kind of a sneaky play into the Championship 4 because he kind of had a down season after the performance he put on last year, or last season.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I think we all kind of had down seasons with that number 9 car in the field. He swept the field, honestly. It was a bit of a surprise.
And just like that, Private Patton to the race lead. Sneaks underneath the 47 of 19mm. Now, what can the 47 learn from the 9? Or will he just ride in the draft and try and work towards that pit stop?
One thing that will end up happening if he rides in the draft too long, his car will end up getting a little bit tight out of exit, which will end up pushing him loose, which is another issue with the tire wear. And draft has its plus and minuses. You want to be as close as him as possible, just let him drag you away, but it also affects your tire wear.
So draft in the straightaways so draft in the straightaways and find a different line in the corners kind of thing?
Yeah, you want your nose to be out from underneath that car. It gets really tight coming center off, and then it wants to snap loose on you. So, I mean, your best bet is to try to just stay a lane and a half higher, a lane and a half lower, whichever way he goes. You want to not be right tucked up underneath him, because it will make you tight and you will push.
And look at this, the 9 of Private Patton already starting to break away. 31 laps to go. Now to 30 we go. My stream being a little laggy, which is awesome. We love that. It's exactly what I need.
Gotcha.
There we go. Yes, 30 to go. Coming now. As it looks like we're rounding turn 3 and 4. Yes, 29 laps to go. Clicking on by. And remember, here in the Championship 4, the stage wins do not matter. These are pride things only. These are just to keep the cautions coming and keep the field pretty well together. Because right now, everybody pretty equidistant except for the 12 of Mudweiser back here with Sir Gillians in the 29. This is for 8th, or battle for 7th, sorry. They're still side by side running on that top lane. Sir Gillian's right up against that outside wall.
Yeah, when we came here last season, Gillians was pretty fast. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
you're fine.
Gillians was pretty fast riding that high lane. He definitely worked up around me. I mean, shoot, that was probably one of the closest stage finishes this league's ever had, was when me and him were battling like that coming to the finish line last season.
Mm-hmm.
This track's very versatile if you know what you're doing. I'm pretty confident most of these drivers that are here in this field right now know what they're doing. And these top 4 drivers, I mean, I think all 4 of them are in the top 5 right now. It's just a matter of tire wear, and I watch out for JE. He's going to be sneaky with that fuel strategy no matter what he does. He's always a sneaky little lurker. And just be ready for that.
Yeah, we saw it last season, and I believe, no, he did get a win this season, right?
I'm not for sure.
Well, yeah, because you're not doing the points anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing the points anymore. I mean, shoot, I raced in every race. I should know, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should. Oh, no, these are just the wins. Okay, overall wins. JE did not get a win this season. It was last season. I do remember the race you're talking about where he did use fuel strategy, and it did help him advance into the round of 8. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as Private Patton continuing to stretch his lead. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the 47 quite has the handling on his car just yet. I don't know if he's tight, loose. I haven't. It's kind of hard to tell with this camera and the way the game works.
Yeah.
But I can tell the 5 car is definitely a little bit faster than him right now and catching up to him.
Yeah,
and different running lines too.
Yeah, and Dobbs also started shotgun to the field. He started in 10th or 9th. He's already moved himself up to 3rd. He was riding along in the coattails of Private Patton when they were both working their way up through the field. He just hasn't been able to catch that 47 quite yet. He is starting to close in just a bit. You can definitely tell 19's going to be working hard on that car on that pit stop under the first stage. No, they got a pit before that stage break, right?
I have no clue.
I was gonna say I figured you'd know the average like stage amount.
Don't quote me on this. It should be if it's a 30 lap.
Oh, here we go. Speak of the devil.
Flag pit stops right here. Yeah, it should be about 15 to 18 laps on a fuel tank, I believe.
Yeah, so they got a pit. Yeah, and now we're going to see what the undercut strategy can do with the 5 of Dobbs, as he pits well before anybody else on track. He is the only car that came down pit road. And 19's starting to slow up. He might come down as well. Now, I heard him let off pretty hard. I thought he was going to try and pit here, but no, Tristan Dobbs using a pretty interesting strategy here, pitting well before the leaders, at least a lap or 2 before.
Okay, so you're looking at about a 21 lap fuel tank. That's about where they can run to without saving, obviously.
Yeah.
Now you got drivers like Mikey Dan or JE that are pretty good at saving fuel, so they may be able to stretch it a little bit longer than most.
Leader on pit road.
Pit road.
So 19
is in pit road.
Yeah, and the 19mm 47 will assume the race lead. Mikey Danman to 2nd, as he was not actually that far behind that 47. And here comes 19 Mikey Dan, the 88 of Involved 10, Sir Gillians. The rest of the field going to come down this time. We're going to actually jump on to the 5 of Tristan Dobbs is the car I'm going to follow here as he's rounding turn 4. Patton exiting pit road, just getting on to the apron of turn 1.
Yeah, and what sucks about this is with Tristan's strategy here, the quick gain is a long-term loss. Now, with the tire wear, it's so bad here. You got 1-2 laps of good fresh tires, and then it's downhill from there. You're going to see that 9 car pull away even further than he already has.
Yeah, look at.
It looks like he beat everyone else out too.
Yeah, he beat the 47 by a country mile. He is well ahead. And here comes the 5 of Dobbs. He gets by. What can he do here with the 47? He's going to take the outside line.
That 47 is going to have a lot more grip coming off the next turn if he isn't past by now.
Yeah. Now, would the undercut strategy work if it wasn't directly in the middle of the stage? If it was more towards the end, if we had a caution early?
I think it would work if the leader wasn't about 7 seconds in front of the field right now. But with the way they're running right now, it's not going to be that big of a gain. It's not like people are slowing down for other people pitting or dodging other slower cars. I mean, this field is kind of shrunk a little bit, so it's not as compact of a field. So you're not going to notice as much of a slowdown in pace compared. Now, you do lose your tire fall-off is within a second and a half once your fresh tires go away. So it is a pretty big chunk, but if they're pitting right behind each other, there's not a big gain on someone like Patton that's out there leading the field in the first turn while the other ones are getting off the fourth, entering the third. So, and you can see it now that the 1-9 is he's walking away with second place.
Yeah, Mikey Danman to the outside of the 5 of Dobbs, looking for third here. We cross the line with 16 laps to go. And now as they round turn 4, Private Patton will cross the line to get it to 15 to go. And my, oh my, he is a full 2 corners ahead. He's right on the start-finish line on the stream. Meanwhile, Mikey Danman was just coming out of turn 4. He's probably about a full straightaway ahead of these guys, and by golly, it looks like.
That car just seems planted.
Yeah, the 9.
Yeah, it just seems planted. It doesn't seem to have any flaws to it.
Yeah, he's able to hold the bottom right on that white dash marks, able to put those right in the middle of his hood. Oh, I just saw the lap count, and I totally missed it. But another lap will tick as Private Patton will cross the line. And now here comes Involved Tense to the inside of the 5. Tristan Dobbs took a gamble early to see if it would pay off, and it did not. He will drop to 5th as Involved Tense will move up the 88 up to 4th. 13 to go. Now coming to 12. And everybody running pretty single file now. This 9 car, Private Patton, came into the league a couple weeks late. Missed the start by about 4 races. But in the first 3 races he ran in this league, he got 2 wins. So talk about throwing a cannonball onto the league. He came in, took the league by force, and we saw it at, what track? It was a short track. Was it at Bristol where he outran 1-9 who outran the field?
I honestly have no clue. I don't think I was at that race. I might have missed that race.
There was one race where it was looking like where if Patton wasn't there, it was going to be another 1-9 masterclass. However, the 9 of Private Patton was in the race, and he was blitzing the field, including the 47 of 1-9. There was only, I think, 2 cars that finished on the lead lap that race. Or like 4 or 5 cars that finished on the lead lap. And just like that, 10 now coming to 9 laps to go for the 9 of Private Patton.
Yeah, you're gonna probably see a lot of swing adjustments in these cars that aren't quite as fast as him. I haven't seen Tristan touch the bottom lane one time. I don't know if that's just because his car's not handling right or he just prefers that high lane. But he has not come off that high line.
Now, what do you mean swing adjustment?
Swing adjustment is a big adjustment, like throwing the sink at it. Some of these guys are searching, and I know they are because, I mean, not every day do they just get walked like a dog in a park. I mean, especially that 47 car. That man normally teaches the field what's up, and right now he's kind of the student in the class.
I was going to say, yeah, the next car behind 1-9 is that 32 of Mikey Danman, and he is 6 seconds off the leader. So put him about 2.5 seconds. I just saw it pop up, 2.5 seconds off of 1-9 millimeter. And this little rivalry we got brewing between him and Patton. It's just either the 1-9 show or the Patton show, but as of late, it has been all Private Patton as he won 2 of the 3 races to qualify for this Championship 4. Closing in on the end of the stage here. Private Patton crosses the line now on the back straightaway, waiting for the stream to cross the dang line. And it is 5 to go as they come out of turn 4. 1-9 millimeters not dropping too far. I think they're pretty equal, if not 1-9 being just a hair faster. But it's still a 2.5+ second gap between that 9 and the 47.
Well, you got to remember that 47 car came in 1 lap later than the 9 car, so that does benefit him in the long term. Now it's not going to be a monumental gain, but obviously it's a small little incremental gain that if he was a little bit closer, we would see it a little bit more exaggerated come to the finish line. But he definitely is a little bit faster than that 9 car as of right now.
Yeah, now closing in on lap traffic. That is the 50 of Yokeman you see just off the nose of the 9 of Private Patton. As we cross the line, should see about 4 laps to go. When we do, this will be coming to 3 laps to go left here in stage 1. And I don't think that 50 is going to come into play at all.
No, but I don't know what's going on with that 9 car, because even Mikey looks to be closing the gap. So maybe something in the handling of that 9 car is starting to fall off later in the run.
Yeah, because it was 6.1 a handful of laps ago, now down to 4.8 seconds. As coming to 2 to go. The flag man has 2 fingers up in the air, and he's waving them down to the track. Next time by, they will see the white flag for stage 1. So maybe we're starting to see some, either that or Private Patton's just going 3/4 throttle because he can, as to not make a mistake or force an issue. What?
This is about commentating in it. Speculation.
And here we go. White flag is out for the 9 of Private Patton. He got by the 50 of Yokeman clean. The 47 nowhere near. Gets through turns 1 and 2. Right off the nose will follow him as he coasts through this final lap in stage 1. Sets himself up for that turn 3 entry. All the way down to the bottom, puts the 2 tires on that white line ever so beautifully, up to the wall, and across the line, the 9 of Private Patton winning stage 1. 1-9 millimeter will come out and finish second. Mikey Danman third. And way, way back there, it's actually Sir Gillian's finishing fourth, and Involved Tense and him were neck and neck for fourth, but it is Involved Tense that will finish in fifth, running out the top five. Now, what the heck are we going to see these drivers do?
I think we're going to see it. Like I said, it's a couple swing adjustments. I think a few of these drivers are going to load up on their dubby and get their taste buds reacting with their favorite energy drink and get back out there on the track and try to catch this 9 car.
Yes, this league is sponsored by Dubby Energy. Can confirm that it is really damn good and definitely gives you the energy you need to get through your day. And if you use the code AIRLEAGUE, you can get, I think, what is it, 10% off your first, 10% off your order?
I do believe.
So here we go. Private Patton leads him to green. What kind of adjustments did everybody, especially the 47, make? And he is trying to get to the bottom, squeezes Mikey Danman to that inside and really forces himself clear there. But to the inside, and 2 second, is that 47 of 19 millimeter. Peek in the nose, the 5 of Dobbs starting to make his way back up through.
Watch out for that 29 car. He is a very aggressive driver, I will say that, but he is fast. He knows his way around this track. He's a really quick driver, I will give him that. It sucks that he didn't make the Final Four. I feel like he would have a pretty good shot here. But man, it sucks that I didn't make the Final Four. There was just such good competition this year that it was tough. It was very tough.
But hey, that just means you get to be up here with me, and I'm not alone. So I'll take that. It's a win in my book. And now look at this. 1-9 starting to put the pressure on. Took a peek to the 9's inside as he missed the bottom. They're 1 and 2. He's trying to sneak his way in there and try and mess up the 9's entry, but it's also messing his entry up into turn 3 and give a 10th to the 9. And here comes the 5. This is what happens. You try and get to a guy's inside and allow yourself to be vulnerable to those behind you, as Dobbs had a run on him but couldn't make it work. And now the 29 of Sir Gillian's breathing down the neck of that 5.
Yeah, it's almost like the cars, and this is a good demonstration of what I was talking about earlier in the draft because they're all up on each other. If you look, the 9 car leaving turn 4 can hug that apron and really get around that corner and go the shortest distance around and shoot up out of that corner. If you watch the 47 and then the 5 car and the 29 behind it, they all get a little bit higher on the track as they exit because of the air on the front spoiler. Like, look, the 47 slid up. It's very interesting how the air works on this track. It doesn't affect you as much out of turn 1 and 2, but turn 3 and 4 it gets really rough. But it does look like that 47 car found something, maybe in this last pit stop, maybe in the previous pit stop, because he's not willing to go away.
Yeah, neither is the 5 either, or the 29. The rest of the field might have found something out to make this a little bit more competitive, as we're a handful of laps into the second stage. We'll see once they cross the line again. I just found out I'm 10 seconds behind. 31 to go. So yeah, a good handful of laps here into stage 1. And the 47 of 19 millimeters is close now as he was at the start. Even taking another peek to the inside of the 9. Can't make it stick enough.
Yeah, just watch what that 9 car does. Maybe he's entering a little bit higher, but as soon as he gets that rear end right in front of that 47 car's nose, That car likes to slide up. Like, look right here. He's sliding up the track. And it's just one of those things. The nine's manipulating the air on the cars behind him.
Yeah, like he's willing to follow them to make sure they can't get the run they want. The 47 and 19 looks to have a pretty damn good 3 and 4 there. He's got help from the 5, giving him a shove. And these 3 right here, one of the 3 of the best this league had to offer this season. And right now, nose to tail. Sir Gillians, though, also not going away here in 4th. Can't count him out at all in that 29 Toyota Camry. Another driver who did not have the similar look to this season as seasons prior. Oh, the 5 into the wall. Right to the nose of Gillians, able to get him back going. Didn't lose a lot of time to that 47, which is a good thing. But the 47 looks like he's starting to lose time to the 9. And Private Patton is now handling of the car starting to come into play.
I think if you can get onto the 9 car with me real quick and look back at the drivers behind him, it is going to show you a good a viewpoint of how the 9 car is entering the turn compared to that 47 car.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is he's going to wait about a second longer to go and arc his turn down. And he's going to, if you race road courses, he's going to hit that apex of the corner just a little bit better than that 47 car is. And you're going to see him hug that bottom lane where the 47 car, I mean, this time he did a pretty good job of holding it low, but the 47 car will normally slide up about a half a lane and not be able to hang on to the track position like he is.
You mean like right here?
Yes.
Yeah, but look down behind. It looks like the 29 and the 5 are trying to work together and draft on the straightaways to try and catch these 2 back up, but they're just losing tenths of time here. Because the corners just are so vast. By the time you make up on the straightaway, you lose it in the corners.
I'm going to go out on a wing here, and I think that 47 car is just a little bit better than this 9 car right now. He just hasn't caught a break in the air yet.
And this track is a fun one to race at, but it is a pain to pass on. Unless you can get that high, manipulate that high line. It's really a tricky one to master. One 9 just seems to be entering his corners just a little bit shallower. The 9 looks to be arcing it a little bit more, like you said. So that way he can be better through the center. But maybe 19 can make one more, because we still need to pit here. There's still pit stops that need to be made in this stage. Precisely 2 of them. And one of them's coming up. And then at the end of this stage, you'll see them pit under yellow. But I got to give it to 19mm. He had a really bad turn 1 entry there. He got real squirrely. And now look at the time lost.
If he can gain it back up, this will show me how good that 47 car is. Because with or without the draft last time, they just couldn't keep up with the 9. But if that 47 car can just suck right back up to him, that tells me there was some adjustments made to that 47 car to make it just a little bit better. Because I don't think these 2 are far off. I think they're right on top of each other in performance-wise. I think it's just going to be whoever makes that mistake. And man, do these 2 not make mistakes. I would love to hear the in race audio for that turn 3 and 4 entrance. Richard muted.
Oh, hey, look at that. I was in fact muted. But I can tell you, the in-race chatter is not there. They are very quiet over the radios right now. Planning for this next round of stops here, which, according to Mikey Danman, is just a lap or two away. As that looks to be is that the Ada JE? That is the Ada JE. What happened to the 8 car? Massive front end damage. Oh, and Gillian's into the wall. Boy, 2 big names suffering early. Yeah, JE did something. Because he has... Huh?
My bad, partner. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
You go ahead.
I was going to say...
strategies unfolding right here.
Yeah.
The 9 car stayed out one more lap, or the 9 car pitted, 47's in this time. They're a little bit closer now. Like we were talking about in stage 1, where the tire gap is not so noticeable when they're that far away. I have a feeling we're going to see it here. We're going to see that 47 car creep up on that 9 car as this stage gets closer to the final end.
Yeah, as Tristan Dobbs... Sorry, my phone's exploding. But Dobbs off the pit road well behind the 9. So he is now a non-factor in this. But we're going to ride on with the 9 as he looks to get back to the exit of pit road as fast as he possibly can. As I finally got my friggin' engine noise back. The one thing I hate about being in this part that I gotta wait for engine noise.
Onto the apron.
He's out of the box, but he's taking a really short line. But he will be behind the 9 and by a considerable margin. It is not nose to tail anymore.
But I do think he's a lot closer than he was before.
I would go a lot closer. It feels like he's about the same. But he does have the 1 lap fresher tires, and we saw it really pay off a little bit at the end of stage 1. He closed in about 1.5 seconds to the 9, who doesn't appear to be holding the bottom like he was through 1 and 2 that last time. Looked like he just missed the bottom.
Yeah, I think that 9 car made a few adjustments to make his car a little bit better on the long run, because we saw it at the end of stage 1. It was falling off just a little bit. So he may have adjusted for inner turn long run speed, takes away short run speed. So maybe he took a little bit of that away. But I'm very interested to see what this 47 car does.
Well, he does have the 5 of Dobbs, and now the 50 of Yokeman intruding on the racing line and putting that dirty air all over the nose of the 9 of Private Patton. Now out of the way goes the 50. Only just.
He's still in the way.
Yeah, he's going to mess up the entry of the 9 car. Oh, and look at this. We got a little bit of a crossover. But he will let off and let the 9 clear. But that is definitely beneficial to that 47, as it probably helped him close in a couple of tenths on the 9. As you can tell, he is closing that gap. I wish Danman was in 3rd. But currently occupied by the 5 of Dobbs. Bloody live stream is killing me.
Okay, I got it right here.
I'm just using Mikey for the lap count. That's really all I need. But look at this. Yokeman is actually now sticking with the 9 of Private Patton.
You're looking at 12 laps to go.
Fantastic. Laps to go, and the gap from 1-9 to Mikey Danman on his stream is growing in size, which hopefully means that by pulling away from Mikey, he's getting closer to the 9. Who's
this 50 car is giving the 9 car a little bit of issues.
Yeah, he's pushing him down the front stretch, which will mess up his entry as it sends him into the corner faster than how he's used to. And so that'll slow him up a bit and close that 47 car in just a bit more. Oh, Yokeman really sent it in there. But 10 laps to go. Coming to 9 to go. And this 9 of Patton looks like it literally just rolled off the hauler. As the top 3 really does have no damage. Everybody in behind them, though, is a little bit more worse for wear. Yeah, Mikey Danman looks pretty good. The 88 looks pretty good. It's really just the 8 car. Now the 12's got a little bit of front end damage. But I'm still wondering what the heck happened to J.E.
I wonder if he was talking to Space Control like I was in a different league a couple weeks ago.
Oh, and look at this. The next car to be put a lap down is that of Sir Gillians. And the reason being is he got real squirrely on the entrance to pit road. Ended up making contact with the inside wall, which spun the car out and ruined his entry. And now he finds himself on the border of being a lap down. As the battle for third starting to intensify with the 32 of Mikey Danman and the 5 of Dobbs. So he crossed the line that last time for Invisible to go. It was too damn faint for me to see. Oh, never mind. He has a lap count up right there. 8 to go.
5 to go.
5 to go, that's right. Yep. But do not count out this 32 for a podium finish. He's been really putting a strong effort in here, and he has really taken the fight to this 5. And Private Patton continuing to hold strong out front. And it looks like now that the 50 of Yokeman has gotten off his tail, it's allowed the 9 to drop a gear and disappear. He is well ahead of the 47 now.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, to say the least, that he's still gaining time. That's kind of baffling.
Mm-hmm.
As the 50 is mowing the lawn.
Oh, it's getting closer to that 47 of 1-9. 50 just riding that outside wall. When I'm going to go up there, get a little bit of a draft off of them, help them get a faster entry into turn 3, and the 50 will be well out of the way. We go back to Mikey Danman. These two, the 5 and the 32, have been going to battle here for the last 5 to 6 laps here for this third position. Question is, though, can Mikey get by? He can get there, but getting around the 5 is a whole nother issue. Oh man, he's really trying to dive that entry. The 5 is just really holding strong on that second, third line. Oh, but he got real squirrely at a 4 that's going to allow the 32 to get right to his bumper here. Turn 4 really bit the 5 there. Going to back up his entry. The 5 just able to hold the speed on the outside. Oh, and I totally forgot. That'll do it for Stage 2. The 9 of Private Patton, your Stage 2 winner. The 47 of 19mm will finish second. And it is Tristan Dobbs who will hold on to third. As Mikey Danman will finish in the 4th spot. Rounding out the top 5, the 88 of Involved Tenths. I knew we were getting close. I just didn't see a lap count. Oopsie. And use this time to grab a water. Water's got. You know, Wendy, I gotta say, I've really enjoyed having you up here.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Well, A, I'm not by myself, and B, you've given me some really good insight on what's actually going on down there that I wouldn't be able to provide.
Yeah, hate to tell you, Walbridge, I'd rather be there.
Oh, well, I mean, you did have a chance. But it's fine. I'm not gonna complain. J.E.'s actually a lap down. And he will not get the free pass this time. Here we go. Green flag is out. The start of the final stage. Underway at Las Vegas, the 9 through. Oh, the 47 had to check up. Here comes Involved Tenths, the 9 with a bad restart. He's stuck on the outside. Involved Tenths to the lead in the 88. He's going to hold up the 9 and stay right in his line. What can the 47 do? Side by side for the lead. The 88 blocking the 9 as hard as he can. And the 47 can do nothing on that inside. Involved Tenths looking to play spoiler right now. Here comes 19 again. Oh, a little shot by the 5 of Dobbs. Look at what we got here. The 88 of Involved Tenths looking to have a little fun. We love to see it. Stays clear of the 9. The 9 going to stay to that outside. The 47 can do nothing with him. But here he goes, a run. Out of turn 2, the 47 will look to go with the 9. Everybody else to the inside of him. Packing the air down the spoiler, but the 9 able to clear the 88 on the outside. Now what can the 47 do? He has to get clear in order to stay in touch with that 9 car. The 88 slips up wide. But the 47 now using that outside momentum. And he is back to the bumper of Private Patton. I gotta tell you though, what a job by Involved Tenths there early on to lead a couple of laps here in the championship race.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if these front two will end up sticking together here. I've noticed a distinct difference in their running lines. The 9 car in turn 1 he likes to arc it down a little bit later. Like he'll wait a second longer than the 47 car does normally. Not here. He's playing the defensive role, which allows his car to rotate center better. And then turn 3 and 4, he hugs the white line to where like white, and then the 47 car can't exactly get there. Now I'm curious if that's just like something adjustment wise that they can fix on that 47 car, or if that's just pure choice of running style. But I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah, definitely. It's the 9 missing the bottom there. Oh, the 47 had a chance, couldn't capitalize. Oh, and really cooked it in turn 3. That's going to give the 9 a little bit of breathing room here. Oh, look at this. Just gets so much lower than the 9. Had the 2 wheels below the white line, damn near.
But I mean, we've seen this. We've seen this in the last stage. 9 car seems to start off tight, but as the run goes on, he switches on it. They like hit the switch, and it's just smooth sailing for the rest of the stage. Where the 47 car starts off a little bit stronger and doesn't end as nearly as fast.
We'll see. So far, it is your 3 of the 4 in the top 3. Still nose to tail, but all will be told at that, what could be the final pit stop, the money stop at the middle of this stage, as the 5 and the 47 are just trying like hell to work together here. This is as close as 1-9's been all race. And at one point, do you go for the title and just start using the bumper a little more?
I think you got a little bit between that moment, but it's honestly up to his car to see if he even gets it there. I know 1-9, he's an amazing driver. It's not going to be his fault if he doesn't end up there. It's going to be something, whether his car's tight, loose, tires fell off. It's not going to be exactly the driver's fault. It's going to be whether or not that car can hang on to what the driver is demanding of it.
Yeah, we should have 2 green flag cycles this final stage. So a lot to go right. And now if you're 1-9 and you've tried this stay out a lap later strategy, you've seen it multiple times not work in your favor. Do you have like a plan B for this final stage? Like already in your head, like if this doesn't work, we're going to switch to this?
At this point, you kind of just stick with what you know and what do you need to do. And I mean, you could probably change it up. You could probably come in with him and see if you could pressure him to maybe speed. Not bump him, obviously. You can't do that, but maybe get in his head a little bit. Oh, he's going to hit me, and see if he pushes the limit just a little bit to where he gets caught for speeding. But besides that, there's nothing really you can do.
Right now, back here in the pit spot, Mikey Danman putting the pressure on the 4th place car. Sir Gillian's on a heck of a rebound after just barely staying on the lead lap, rebounding to 4th here, but now under fire by the 32. Yes, I do. 29 getting really squirrely through the tri-oval. We'll jump back onto the 47 of 1-9. These 2 cars seem to be doing pretty similar things, and it looks like right now they are just more than comfortable riding in this line until we get to that first round of stops.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how long the 47 and the 5 car stay friends. Because we all know that they're all 3 in the championship 4 right now. So when does that 5 car say, "Hey, I may be faster than you. Let me get a piece of that 9 car and see if I can go up there and maybe rattle his cage a little bit, get past him, and go in this championship?" Or do they stick together till the very end and then battle out all 3 of them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of these multiple scenarios that could play out. Shoot, I know me and that 5 car, at the time it was the 9 car, when he was in the 9 car, have had our battles, and I'm sure there's a lot of highlight reels on it. But man, Tristan's one heck of a driver, and he'll put his car in the spot that it needs to be to win a race. And just like last year, he didn't win a race all year until the very last moment, and then he went on a couple race win streak.
Yeah, he really came on fire late last season, but now we're starting to see that 9 car really starting to break away from the 47 and the 5. And I really think the 5 is only as strong as the car in front of him right now, because we also saw that Tristan Dobbs did not really gain a lot of time later in the runs either. As here comes the 9 of Patton way early. We got 34 laps to go.
I was just listening to the radio, and that was it may be a little delayed over here, so I'm not going to say anything but it seemed a little delayed, but it's okay. No one wrecked. We're all good here. It looks like the 47 may be coming in this time.
Yeah, and the 5 of Dobbs will look to stay out. No, they're both coming in.
Other. Oh, boy.
Right nose to tail. Does everybody else know? Mikey Danman decides to stay out. Oh, boy. Everybody else staying out that extra lap. So these guys are going to have 2-lap fresher tires, involved 10s in the 32 of Mikey Danman. Also the 12 of Mudweiser. The 29 Sir Gillians went down with the leaders. As we'll go on with the 9 of Private Patton and watch his run to the pit exit. And really see if the pit crews of the 47 and the 5 can work some magic.
He's got him beat again.
Yeah, he's got him beat by probably about the same margin he did the last time. Yeah, it's going to be the same exact margin. But it is the 47 and the 5 that are together still. So they do still have each other to try and catch this 9, as the 5 really messing up that turn 3 entry a little bit. Able to close back in on the 47 though. So Mikey Danman now comes down pit road, or is now exiting pit road after getting his service done.
Now that 32 car has 3-lap fresher tires than these leaders.
We'll see what it can do. It'll also mean he extends the life of that next pit stop, so he can pit a lot later. He's got 20 laps. He'll pit with about 10 to go, so we can really throw some haymaker strategy out there if he does well with gaining time.
That's another thing. Which one of these 3 cars, if the 5 and this 47 car can get close enough, Does the 5 car throw 2 tires on it at the end of the race and just throw a Hail Mary into it? Because what is there to lose? There's nothing to lose at the end of this race.
Or is this a track you can go fuel only?
No,
or is your
there's
tires going to be too damaged?
2 tires is even a risk around this track. It's a big Hail Mary, but if you're going after a championship, you win and lose some off decisions that come out at the end of races like these. Shoot, I experienced it last year at Phoenix. I should have stayed out a little bit longer, lost the track position, could never chase back down that 41 car at the end of the race. Kind of similar situation here. 9 cars in front right here. These 2 have been chasing him all night, looking for something, some sort of weakness to give in, and maybe it comes into play of strategy.
Yep. Maybe it's time on the last stop to undercut the 9 because it'll probably draw you closer. It ain't going to be what you want to do, but it might be what you have to do.
Oh, 5 cars losing it.
Yeah, and he lost a good bit of time, probably about half a second off of the 47. So now...
Which sucks because they were gaining on that 9 car.
They were. But maybe the 47 can keep working well on his own, but we'll have to wait and see. It hasn't really panned out that well, and they were gaining on that 9 a private patent, and you don't want to have to gain all that time to just give it up to try and get back to your partner so that way you can regain what you just lost, because then you might as well just shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah, I just missed a little bit from the lap count. Cool, didn't pop up. That's fine.
While we're on the topic of the 5 car, I just want to wish him a happy retirement from the full-time racing. He's got some new and cool family stuff going on, so.
Who, Dobbs?
Yeah.
Oh boy! Oh, that's super cool.
Happy retirement. I don't know if we're gonna have another season next year in this game.
Yeah.
Wait till the new game comes out. Maybe he'll be back then, but it was good racing with him in this league. Definitely grew a friendship out of this. I mean, he kicks my butt every couple weeks in football, but. Besides the point, it was fun racing with him. The battles were never ending. It felt like I was always around him, no matter where it was at. We just couldn't find any room, but it made us both better at the end. So again, just wanted to say congratulations. Oh, and the 50's around right in front of him.
Oh, and that's gonna bring out the yellow. That's a 2-car incident that involved the 5. That'll either be a manual caution or an in-game yellow, and it looks like it'll be a manual caution. I don't know, the 9's not slowing down.
No, they're slowing down.
Okay, they're slowing down, yes. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay, I didn't know if it was a yellow at the line.
Yeah, it is. So most of the time we'll wait till about turn 1 to let off.
Yeah.
So no one, with the bigger field, so no one just kills us.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is a masterous shakeup. As the 9 was pulling away and the 47 was losing ground. This will also shake up the end, as they will not. Actually, no, you said 21 laps of fuel, yeah? Indy?
What's up? Sorry.
I was going to say, you said they had 21 laps of fuel, right?
Somewhere around there. It's either 20 or 21. Maybe it's 19.
So 21 laps remaining. They'll have 20 laps of fuel. They will be 1 lap short when we go back green. But we are also going to be going half speed for that 1 lap. So they might just, by the hair on their chin, be able to make it to the end. Oh, Dobbs and the 47 make a little bit of contact. But that's just in-game bull.
I do think this benefits that 47 car.
It absolutely does.
I think this benefits that 47 car in the fact that they're still going to be probably about a half a lap short. On fuel. So with him being tucked up in that 9's draft, what is he going to do naturally? He's going to save that fuel.
Yep.
Where the 9 car is just going to keep burning it because he's the windbreak of the group.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens here. Now I may be wrong. I don't know how the fuel works at this racetrack. Obviously I'm not in the field, so I couldn't tell you precisely. But I think they'll be about a half lap short, maybe.
All right, Private Patton will choose the inside line for this restart. As Yokeman will rejoin the field. They hit the Geico restart zone. Patton hits the gas, and we are back underway. Not a good start for the 47 at all. Has the 29 in front. The 9 waited until the very end of that restart zone to mash the gas. 47 was not prepared.
Benefit is that 29 is an aggressive driver. Like I was saying earlier, he's going to make a move. Whether it benefits both of you or not.
I was going to say, right now it's just slowing down the 47. But here comes the 88 of involved tenths to the inside of the 29. None of these cars are the 5, though. They can't quite seem to keep up, and you just see the 9 starting to bob and weave. 18 laps to go. He's weaving through the straightaways. He wants that 47 to stay off his tail.
Something I do notice now is that 47's riding the apron. This last 2 stages, he was kind of just riding around. So maybe he's been saving his equipment. You never know.
You don't ever know.
One sneaky racer.
That I can confirm. I've seen him pull off some pretty crazy wins before in other leagues, so this one should be no different, as the laps will continue to tick, and he is not losing ground to that 9. Ooh, he really dove it in hard in turn 1. But that outside line seemed to hold it pretty strong there. The 9 going to use that second lane. That allows the 47 to close in. Who is on pit road? Oh, it's J.E. I thought it was Gillians for a second with the pink.
There you go. You got to battle first. 47's on the outside.
Yep. Oh, but he's going to have the run. He's going to have the run to the inside. Goes 19 millimeter. What can he do with it? He can clear the 9. What a move. You hit the outside through turn 1 and 2. A corner you know you can handle. Use the run you're going to have with a little bit of draft help. to shoot by the 9 and take the race lead. 19mm.
Now I'm curious to see what this 47 car has, because I'm not for sure he was running 100% this entire time. I'm curious what the clean air on his nose will do with the rotation of the car and how that affects the 9 car, because he still hasn't recovered. In fact, the 29 is catching up to him.
Yeah.
The 29's going the outside of him.
He's going to look to the outside, but he can't get there. The 9 able to hold on, but here comes the run, just like the 47 has. And this is going to mess up the 9 even more. Oh, he's going to slide up too, which is going to run the 9 off his line and keep the 29 there. Just more time shaved off.
That 29 car is that 47 car's best friend right now. He's asking him to keep that 9 car working.
Yep. Keep him looking in his mirror. Oh, and now the 9 able to get a little bit of breathing room, as they will be able to make it to the end on fuel. I'm looking at Mikey Danman. He can make it to the end.
That whole pack is formed now, so they're going to close in on that 47 car.
Now, going back to what you said about the fuel saving bit, could that be what the 9 did? Purposely give up the lead so that way you could save a little fuel?
Maybe, but I don't think the 47 car would have jumped out in front like that if he wasn't for sure he was going to make it. See what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
I think maybe in a weird circumstance, the 47 was going because he was already had the fuel he needed, and the 9 car was like, wait a minute, I'm not there yet, so let me go get the fuel that I need.
Yeah, these cars behind the 9 are not going away. Oh, I just missed the damn lap count. Stupid me. Silly me. 9 laps to go. So inside of 2 hands. Oh, and the 9 really closing back in on the 47. What can 19 do to hold this 9 back? We already saw him get by on the inside, or on the outside, sorry, previously. But that was closer to, and you see 19, he's like, if you're going to pass me, you're going to do it on the outside. I'm not giving you any ounce of bottom.
But one thing that's promoting is that, look at that 29 car. He's sucked up to the 47's bumper now. And now those cars behind the 29 car are now all behind that 47 car.
Yep. No, but look at this. The 9 through. 19 falls to second. Private Patton back to the point, but now everybody back in his draft. And 19 with a run going into turn 3. Look at this. What?
With how they're sucking up to each other, do you want to be in that second place position coming the last lap?
I mean, I think you would. Here he goes. He's going to try that same move again. High line, turns 1 and 2 to get that run down the backstretch. Use that run to get to the 9 and get to his inside in turn 3 and make him have to make a move, but he couldn't get the run like he did the last time.
But one thing I'm noticing now is that 47 car is actually able to sneak up underneath the 9's car's bumper and hold it.
Yep.
And he's arcing his turns a
little bit. Ooh, here comes the bumper!
Earlier.
Gets the 9 car out of line. He's there. To the inside goes the 47. The 9 was not anticipating the outside line in this corner. Will that mess him up? No, he holds true. Back to the lead. Or clears the lead as the 9. Laps continuing to wind down. Desperation starting to kick in for the top 2. 4 laps to go as they exit turn 2. The 47 will once again look to the inside of the 9 into turn 3. The 9 outbreaks them.
I think that 9 car is lacking a little bit of handling he had earlier this race. It just feels like he's not able to separate himself like he was earlier.
Yeah, because look at this.
Really
the 40,
slow in the center.
Yeah, he is. He really started slowing down. 3 laps to go this last time by. 1-9 again, peek into the inside. He's trying everything to use that inside line, but the 9, had to keep it off the wall. He didn't let off, though. He stays clear of the 47 through the tri-oval. 2 laps to go to decide a champion. And here he goes. He's going to get that run again. Back to the inside he goes. He's door to door now with the 9. A lot better than he has been the last couple of laps. But the 9 just able to rotate on the high line that much better. Stays clear of him. 1 lap to go. This to decide a champion. Mikey Danman to the inside of the 47.
That's going to affect his losing in that 47 car's run.
And here he goes one last time to the inside of the 9. It will not be enough. He gave it everything he had. But at the end of the day, Private Patton will be your champion of Season 3 in the Mythic Series. Woo! Sweet merciful, what a job by Private Patton. 1-9 gave him everything he had at the end. Multiple times he had to defend from the outside, and he did it every single time. Fought off the challenge from the 47, and he will claim the title here at Las Vegas. Oh.
Man, 1-9 doesn't have his voice shared. I was just curious to see if he had anything to say about maybe a little bit of interference from that 32 car.
Oh yeah, you definitely know that the 32 was trying to make a move there.
No. That was nerve-wracking there. As soon as I heard yellow, I'm just like, fuck, man. Okay, never mind.
I wonder. Hold on.
Are we doing it again, or is there another season after this, or is this it? That's why you want to kick our ass again? No, I was just asking. I hope he does it again. I think he is.
My sources tell me that this league will be picking back up in about a month.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, you want to see if Private Pat wants to get in here?
Yeah, I can see.
I was going to say, because I don't have him as a friend, apparently, and it's not letting me message him, which is really stupid. JRC, and you're going to go do the heavy lifting for me. But man, what a job by this 9. I do want to get him in here and try and chat with him. Just because this is a little bit more... Hello? Did he say he wanted to come in, or did he already back out?
He wants to come in.
I don't have him as a friend.
I'm working on it. You better not be one of those people that are showing offline.
You might be. I can't because I don't have him as a friend on here. Can we make it work? Please, oh please, oh please. I already got his car selected and everything.
All right, I should be able to invite him now.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, no, he wouldn't be able to even see if my party's open because, well... Oh, there he is, the man himself. He's actually in here. Oh, and
Sorry
unfortunately...
about that. I guess I didn't have either of you guys as friends. I had no idea.
I know. But I wanted to get you up here, and I know this is a little unorthodox for this league. We don't always interview everybody, but I figured this is different for the championship, so I figured why not? Let's have some fun with it for the last one of season 3.
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me up here.
Yeah. And I just want to start off. You came in late to this season. You came in, 3 to 4 races into this season, but already left your mark. The first 3 races, you won 2 of them, and you were able to work your way up to this championship 4. So you are already leaving your mark on this league. Now, I want to talk about this race specifically. Did you have your strategy planned out to be the first one on pit road every single time?
Well, actually, it just so happened to work out like that because I think the benefit of being behind me was that the guys were saving a little bit of fuel, so they ran a clean 20 laps on fuel. However, it was not my plan to pit early. However, it just so happened to work out like that in stage 1. But after I saw how much I gained by just short stopping, it became my plan. I was just like, okay, so stage 1, my plan was I was just gonna run it out, pit when they pit, and just see where I stack out on raw pace. But then me leading the pack, I ran out of fuel quicker. So I just kind of had to adopt and just go with the flow, essentially. So yeah, it was not the strategy at first, but it quickly became because I gained like easily like a second every cycle that I stopped, 2 seconds sometimes.
Yeah, and I want to go to those last 10 laps. After that caution, you had some work to do because you had not only the 47, but you had the 29, and you had, who was the other one? Involved Tense, you were fighting for a little bit. Tristan Dobbs, walk me through how your car was able to do what no other car I saw could, and that was be able to defend from the outside. You had to do it lap after lap after lap at the end.
So my car was extremely good on the long run. It was one of those. So the reason why I actually dropped from the lead to the back was just to essentially make sure, 100%, no question about it, that I had enough fuel to make it to the end. Because the first 7 laps of that run, I was up front. I was burning fuel. So I dropped it to my save gear, and just to make sure I had enough. But by me doing that, it actually brought like the 29 and involved up there with me. So I was just like, oh hell, I think I just created an entire situation for myself here. But it was a good race, honestly. By me going to the top side, especially with these custom setups, you can actually really utilize the run that you get on the outside. Las Vegas is actually one of the few tracks where you can actually run both the top or the bottom. However, with much like in turns 1 and then there's a little bit in turns 3, there are bumps, but if you not straddle it, but there's 2 clear lanes, and as long as you stay above that low bump and below that low bump, both lanes are equally as good. But in custom setups here, the top sign is actually more preferred. However, I wanted to keep that little under wraps, but until like the very end, and basically use it as like my trump card. So I knew that going into it, the top side is always preferred, but I did not want to reveal that quite yet. So you always saw me running the bottom.
I was going to say, because you were able to not only make the bottom work, but you had that outside line done pretty well. Was it starting to get like a little bit, what if he, slips up a little bit, that 47, those final like 4 laps? Once you saw that he got a little hung up by the 32, were you like, I got this in the bag now? Or did you think there might be one more shot coming out of 4?
There's one more shot. So it's what's that phrase? It's not over until the fat lady sings. So there is very much, because especially with how many people I accidentally drug up there with me. We had like a 4 or 5 person pack there for a hot second. So because of that, we had a big draft that as soon as basically one slip up, if I messed up once, he was going to go past me. So essentially, again, like as you already said, like the 32, I'm just kind of replaying the final lap back in my head right now. He had one more shot going down into turn 3. And then up into turn 4. I actually overdrove the corner to make sure to basically cover myself that he didn't like overdrive it. But there is a world where if he went slow in, fast out because I overdrove it, he could have been side by side with me, or at least quarter panel, and then side drafted me back, and there was a chance he could have won. But thankfully that didn't happen. So yes, it's definitely not over, because there is definitely a world where you'd be talking to 1-9 right now.
Well, hey, we're talking to you. And like I said, man, you came into this league and you absolutely took it by storm. And really, it was you and 1-9 all the way up until the very end. So I want to say it was awesome to have you in the league, and you're going to be back next year, right? Because you got something to defend now.
Of course. I mean, we're at the end of the game cycle. So, like, I want, for everyone that is, like, listening, as well as like anyone that is watching my stream back, I have with the final few leagues here in this partnership, I want to end the season or the game cycle with a win in every season. That's what I'm going to try to do. AFF just started back up. This league is going to start back up here in like a month or so, and we're going to go here. I have my own league that I run. I want to sweep the seasons. But obviously, we will have to see how that goes. So that's my goal.
Awesome. Well, hey, you put on a show this season, and I can't wait to see the kind of things you do with something to defend, now that it's not just see what you can do. So I want to say congratulations to you on you not only the win, but the title that comes along with it. And we will see you next season, brother.
Of course. Thank you so much, Wallbridge. Thank you for doing everything that you do. I know that color commentary is definitely not easy, so thank you for coming out week after week.
Thank you, brother. And that will do it here for the final race of Season 3 in the Mythic Series. And your champion, the 9. A Private Patton. And with that, my name is Wallbridge. This has been another edition of the Air Racing League, brought to you by W Energy, and we are